Hello YouTubers, so this is just a short little video of me taking this baffle off of this speaker so you can see what it's like inside. But before I get to that, there's some good updates and there's some bad updates. I think we should start with a bad one first. I should say bad news. So, as you can see, yes, I bought an AA30 PhD, and it worked fine for a little bit, but sadly it decided to die. And what I mean by died, the unit was working, and then out of nowhere, the music the music went out on it, followed by a faint buzzing noise for about a second, and then a nice bright blue flash. Yeah, and this is brand new. Obviously, and I didn't even unwrap this cord. It went out. But when it was working, it was completely perfect. By far one of the best amps I've had, and I'm kind of bummed out now. I was hoping to, not put it on my system, but just have it as a play-around amp. But it was driving this speaker. And this Lowell horn I got, I tapped this at, I think 1.8 watts, because this horn is loud. And I don't want to be extremely too loud, and I had this one tapped at 2 watts. Which, by the way, now that we're getting into the speaker, there's a driver right here. And that was like a perfect match for this, and I kid you not. You could hear like nice, clean, crisp treble coming out of this tweeter here, which this is a coaxial speaker. Now, this is the one I took out of Metro Center, as you remember, because I don't know if you remember the M that I showed you for Muzak, which is just a rebranded Quantum speaker. It sounded so good on this. I don't know what I'll do about this, but the good news is, I have 2 more other goodies coming out pertaining to this, but they're other specimens. So let's just keep it at that, other specimens. Now keep in mind, I did not go too crazy with this at all. It did not come with a Phoenix connector in the back. It did not come with one right here, but it came with these other ones. But I was only using this channel, and I was using this other one. And I didn't have the volume up too loud, so. And this went in. Now, there were no shorts on my end. My end was perfectly fine, but it just went in like that. I just got to push it in, but. Obviously, she's dead now, so. This wire, there's no short in the wire, because I've used this wire on other amps. It works fine. It sounded really good. And the signal light was going. When it was working, the power light was on and the signal light was on, but she blew a fuse, and I didn't even bother repairing this because, again, I don't know what, and it had a fishy smell. Like a hint of like a component fried, but it didn't smell like fried circuitry. It smelled like kind of fishy, like fish. That's what I mean. But it didn't go bang or anything. It just kind of boop, popped like that, way in the back. Yeah, so I don't know, I'm bummed out about this. I'm sure a lot of you guys are bummed out too, because I wanted to show this amp off. But in fact, I was making some videos, but those are scrapped now, so I guess we'll see. Luckily, there's another one on eBay, but it's a little bit pricey, and I paid quite a bit for this one too. I think I paid like 84 bucks. I am shipping it back, judging by the box, so that's why I don't destroy boxes when I get I like hold on to them for a little bit until, just for situations like this. Any of you out there decide to get a PhD amplifier, just be aware. I don't know if, and it was working completely fine, so. And it only came with this one knob. These other ones were missing, so I just popped this one out and I just popped it here. Quick little show and tell before I pack it up. To kind of give you an insight of one of these. I did not unwrap the cord. It was grounded. It was a grounded cord. Another thing too was, when this was working, there were absolutely 0 ground loops. Like, usually, I don't know if you guys, those of you with 70 volt amps, you might know this, but you might have this problem too, is when you first, like when you turn on your amplifier with nothing playing, all you hear is a hiss followed by some ground loop noises in the background. Yeah, this amp did not do that. You know, all you got was a hiss. No ground, really, it was like very, very, very tiny. You could barely hear it. But, yep, but she died. She took a dump. Yep. There's all this. Try to do this so I can pack it up. I did request a return already. I got the shipping label ready. So yeah. It'll go back to where she went. You guys are curious about if you want to mount this on equipment rack. If you ever get one of these, there's some mounting holes on the side. It's a barcode probably quality control stuff. Well, she died here, so I wasn't being rough with it either. That was the thing. Bass and treble controls. Fun fact. Here's the bass and treble controls. There are these tiny little pots in the back. I don't know why they did that. Unlike the AA35s, the older amps. And this is from 2015, so. And it was brand new. Yeah. And I'll show you the front of it. Kind of, so you guys know what this PHD stands for. It stands for Press Hole Diagnostics. So all you do is you stick like a paper clip or a jeweler's screwdriver in there. And what it does is it troubleshoots you could use it to troubleshoot your 70 volt system by pressing, there's a little button you press, and when you press it, it plays a tone. This power light obviously is on all the time. The signal light should be the only thing that comes on if your system's okay, but if you have a short, supposedly have a short or have an impedance mismatch speaker in place, this signal and the limit light will come on, but I don't know. I don't know if that's such a good idea now that I have this, because it, like I said, it popped the fuse in there. So who knows, maybe a short on the system could probably blow that fuse in no time. And like I said, I had no short here. When I tested it, it was just this and this. It was all good, and it was playing for maybe an hour, and it went out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and obviously hearing the good news and the bad news. Now, like I said, I hope I can find one of these, or hopefully you people out there, the audience, might know some other places where these are cheap. Again, this is just a 30 watt. That's what I just want to start off with, but yeah, stay tuned for